Well, hello everybody. Danny and Wanda back from Pecan Grove. We had some weather coming in all around us, and guys, it did not rain here, which was not uncommon. But what it did do is it cooled the atmosphere off. It was 105 heat index a few hours ago, and now it's very comfortable out here. It's not even
That's
warm.
About 7:30?
It is 7:25 right now in the evening. And when I come to pick the okra this morning,
Which is pretty.
hey, look at that okra, boy. This is the prettiest okra we've ever had. I mean, it is beautiful.
Somebody was saying it was too short. Well, it'll get tall.
Oh, it'll get taller, yeah.
It has to start out short.
Well, I fixed it where it was, when it was short, it would start branching out some of it, you know?
Instead of just growing straight up.
Instead of just being one old stick sticking up, I got a lot of it branching out. But while I was here, I got to looking at the Jimmy Red. Look at this, guys. You see this right here? Look. You know what this is? Those ears they done drying. I mean, it is let me get my eyes focused here. It's the 19th of June. I ain't never had corn. Look at that. Come off of there.
Didn't want to come off.
Didn't want to come off, but look at that. It's already dry. I mean, look right in here. Here's another stalk right here. Corn's already broken, hanging down on it. Look at this.
There's one right there, but it hadn't dried totally.
See, it's in the process of falling down. Look at this.
It's kind of red. Woo.
I want you to look at that. Ain't that pretty? I'll be doggone. I seen this morning. I was like, how is this possible? I saw some more. I mean, all of this is starting to dry so fast. You know what? I guess it's just 100 and something degree heat index.
105-degree heat index. It's got to dry something out.
I mean, look in here. Stanley, when you come right here. Looking in right here. There's one right here. Look right over yonder. For the likes of me, I've never
had corn dry this fast, even because we're getting rain.
It's raining just about.
There's another one straight up ahead of you.
Oh, there's one right in yonder. It's still hanging down. One right over in yonder.
Yeah. And then look at this one right here, how big and pretty.
Look at that.
It's a nice big ear right there.
I'm telling you, a lot of these ears, big old ears.
They didn't look like it to start with.
Yeah, it didn't look like. I'm trying to watch not step on the peanuts, but look at him. Look in here. I should have brought a bucket with me, I reckon.
Yeah, if you thought you was going to be picking corn.
Look at that.
There's one more over there. Straight in to your right.
There's one right there fixing to break down. It ain't quite there yet. I mean, guys, this is crazy. I mean, here's one, that there's already broke hanging down in there. It ain't quite dried yet. I mean, this just blows my mind. One right there hanging down. I looking inside in yonder, I see some hanging down.
Yeah.
There's
right
one
there
that yonder ain't even fell over yet. It's dry, sticking straight up. Another one right here. Look at down here. That one right there is completely dry. It's in the process of fixing to fall over. Look right here. One right there.
One next to it.
Right here.
Some drying. Another one right down.
Another one right beside it. Look at that.
I hear the train. That people didn't know we was close to a train.
And look in yonder.
Your arms is full, dude.
My arm. There's one right here. In yonder.
In there,
up in there. Over there.
There. I mean.
Oh my goodness. Over yonder, there's a whole bunch of them over there.
You're just going to have to come back.
I'm going to have to come back.
But look at this okra.
Look at that okra.
And then we got a few peanuts.
Yeah, this side
sporadically.
This side did a little better. I don't know what went wrong or what happened.
I think the rain got it. And then our sweet potato jungle.
Look at that. Woo. Guys, if these right here make potatoes, and they make good potatoes, this gonna be my tater. I'm telling you. Look at this here. They don't have vines running all over the place. It's, I mean,
like the others.
The other ones are just running across the rows, covering up everything. These right here, they're staying right on top of the row right here, and they look so much better than the other ones. I mean, I'm just
uniform.
I mean, I'm just blown away. If you use container gardening, these are the Puerto Rican bunching sweet potato. If they make a good potato, now we know about the
from George's plant farm.
Yeah.
Taterman.
Taterman.com. I'm telling you guys, now these, the Beauregards, ain't that what we put there?
I can't remember.
We do so much. So. I can't. We've got about 5 different varieties of potatoes in here. We got our potatoes right here behind you, which I don't know what they are. They're a mixture of everything.
And they're going crazy.
They done went wacko. Matter of fact, they stopped right here where these started at.
Yeah.
Right here. And then we got.
I think it was the Beauregards.
We've got the white Nancy Halls up there. Got about 50 of them. In the middle right here, down to a certain point, is ours. The Purple Passion is on the other end down yonder.
Okay.
Okay, I put ours in between them so they wouldn't get mixed up here.
And then we got Beauregards.
Then we got the Beauregards
and the Nancy Halls.
Nancy Halls. I'm telling you, these things right here, boy, that's some fine sweet potatoes there, man.
Let's just hope they make a good potato. Curiosity killed the cat.
It was curiosity that killed the cat. Yeah, where is the main root is right here. I don't see no cracking on the ground. That's what's bothering me.
Well, they ain't had time, maybe.
I don't feel no taters. I don't feel nothing. Might just be pretty plants. Out in there.
Me too. I'm not going out there. Just saying.
Look at the blooms up on it. Look at this. There's them old fire vines. That thing.
Yeah, they're in there too.
Look at this.
He's not pulling.
That ain't sweet potatoes.
That ain't sweet potatoes.
I call it. My daddy used to call these things fire vines. I don't know what they are, but
they look like a sweet potato.
I was just wanting to get in there and see if the ground's cracking all up on these wires here.
I'm curious to see if there's a tater.
See that ground cracking right there? Ooh, yeah, there's taters down there.
How big? How big a tater?
It seems like maybe about that big around.
You gotta pick one up.
No. You
don't want to waste a tater.
Got this sweet corn. All them them dried, but they're laying on the ground, you know. We can't have them get wet. We're going to try something here. We got squash bugs on the pumpkin vines here. How about that? I just happened to see one. But we're going to... Look at that. There's several of them in here.
Quite a few of them about ready.
Yeah, these are ready. Can't cut your fingernail, won't cut the hide on it.
Our Cherokee tans, looks like some of them's ready. There's two up front here, but they still got green on them.
Oh, the stem broke off on that one.
That'll be the first one we eat.
That'll be the first one.
I'm anxious to see what the taste is like, because Cherokee tans don't have this nubbin thingy on it. And these do, so I'm not sure we got something crossed.
There's new ones coming on in here.
I know.
There's one right here.
It's blooming. But
look at that.
But all three of these have that
point
thing,
on the top
that
of
point. So, in all honesty, to be honest with you, these came out of the greenhouse in soil. So we don't know that it is a Cherokee tan because we don't know exactly. We didn't plant nothing in there.
No, they was.
We planted nothing in there.
They came up from some compost we put in there.
So we don't really know what it was.
I don't know. I don't know.
Y'all ready for your afternoon snack?
Ain't no corn on it, y'all, so.
Look at Candy. She said, where's mine? She's still going, y'all. Bless her heart. She's going to go all the way to July.
I'm wondering about her and Shoshone.
Well, you said June, and this is the middle of June, so...
I didn't see Dexter. I didn't see Duke with them no more after the date I saw him.
And you said June, and this is June the 19th.
But they're not bagging up or nothing. So.
But Candy just decides to have a baby, and you don't ever know.
She hasn't dropped.
Nope.
Usually, now Shoshone looks like she might have dropped more than her.
Yeah. Because Shoshone hadn't been looking that
Now see, Candy
heavy.
wants to, she gets like she wants to ride up on. I saw Shoshone the other day riding Duke.
Yeah.
Which means that
they may be close.
Now Candy's swelling up.
Yep. I think we're going to have a baby soon.
She's starting to swell up. I mean, not a lot, but she's swelling up
but
some.
she's had several babies, so she could have it overnight. Just as quickly.
This one the other day, I was rubbing her. She had pine tar all over her head, her neck, everything. I was like, she done been rubbing herself up against a tree somewhere.
Trying to get rid of bugs. It was probably cedar.
They ain't got no bugs on them right now. I mean,
No, the flies aren't messing with us. Cool.
Well, good morning, everybody. I've been out in the garden since daylight. It is, you see my watch? 6:53. It is so screaming hot. My hair is literally soaking wet. 100% humidity right now. I almost can't breathe.
What did it cool off to last night?
It cooled off to 73 last night with 99% humidity. When you walked out the door, it was like you opened this door right here and the oven going. That's what it felt like when you walked out the door.
Last night at what, 8 o'clock?
At 8 o'clock it was still 81 degrees at 8 o'clock last night with 99% humidity. And it was worse. It was like a 400-degree oven when you open the door, that heat rushing in your face. That's what it felt like when you walked outside. That is August weather, okay? I've been in the garden this morning pulling Jimmy Red. It's already broke, hanging down, dry. I ain't never done that in June. I mean, there is something atmospheric going on. 2 weeks ago, that corn was standing up pretty and green, and today it's dropped and hanging down. Wanda's got some footage, I think, showing where it was hanging down. Not a lot of it yet. Yesterday, we went through and got some. I went back this morning, and it was just dropping down, hanging everywhere. There is something going on. Now, I know the humidity and the heat index right now has been like 107 to 110, and we ain't even got to summer yet. But this morning, finally the rain has stopped long enough for the okra to grow, and I went and picked the okra this morning. This is what we've been used to picking with okra, with the white okra. Look at this. This is 2 days ago I picked it, and there was almost none. Look at it today. No curled up ones, bad. Everything is long and straight like it's supposed to be. I mean, just beautiful, beautiful okras. Long, skinny pods. This is what okra is supposed to be like. What I am noticing is there are certain things that are doing good and certain things that are not doing good. The Cherokee tans have already put their pumpkins on. They've already turned orange. You can't stick your fingernails in the holes on them. And the vines have all of a sudden started growing again. And there's baby pumpkins all over it again, everywhere. We ain't ever had that happen in June.
Yeah, usually we don't harvest pumpkins till July, end of July, August. September.
Yeah, and usually end of September before we even get any Cherokee tan pumpkins. Squash this year, we're harvesting yellow squash. Now, no zucchinis. We got maybe 5 or 6 zucchinis this year. The plants look great. There's just no zucchinis on them.
And last year we had all zucchinis and no squash.
And, no squash. Now, this year we got yellow squash running out the yin yang, and they're still blooming, putting on squash. Now, I'm letting the grass just grow up in them. I mean, you got to hunt for them in the grass. It seems like they're doing better in the grass because of this intense heat. So I'm just leaving the grass. I'm not messing with the grass around them. The sweet potatoes are off the charts, blowing and going. Okay, I went through them this morning, finished pulling up the amaranth that's out in them. Got all that mess out of them and kind of got them cleaned up. And they've taken over the whole garden. I mean, they're going to take the whole garden over eventually. The okra is doing fantastic. It's up here about this high now, and I've got it branching out, coming out like trees. It's doing really good. You see the picking we're getting here like that right there. That is a pretty decent picking of okra for us, enough to put up. And guys, butter beans usually love the heat. For some reason right now, they're coming up. The leaves are curling all up on them, and the plant right next to it will be beautiful. And there'll be another beautiful plant. And then all of a sudden, 4 feet a row, the leaves are just curling and twisting all up. Never had that happen. Don't know what's going on. It's quite unusual. The peanuts are like they're at a standstill. They've come up, and they've got about that tall. And I know it was fertilized good, and they make their own nitrogen and everything. There's no grass taking them over. They're just sitting there. I don't know. The ones in the high tunnel, they've got up yay haul. They're just sitting there. They're not like flourishing on out, making big plants. Now it may come in time. I don't know. But what I'm watching, because of the atmospheric things we have going on right now, there are certain plants that are going to thrive in this and certain plants that are not going to thrive. And like I said, we're noticing the Cherokee tans are thriving. The yellow squash is thriving, not the zucchini. The okra is thriving, and the sweet potato is thriving. Butter beans, not doing so well. Peanuts, not doing so well. These are hot weather, dry weather crops. They're not doing good at all. The Cherokee yellow wax beans out here, I haven't really decided yet whether they have succumbed to the heat yet, because they're still pretty, but I see the beans are not being long anymore. They're starting to get little smaller and getting crooked, and that's usually a sign they're fixing to go out. And the cucumbers, are running everywhere, blooming like crazy, and the leaves are just turning yellowish looking, and we're watering them, we're keeping them fertilized, and they're in a semi-shaded area. Guys, the sun is baking them. You can go out there.
They're not pollinating either.
They're not pollinating. Even then, there's bees everywhere, and
I
they're
get
not
like
pollinating.
2 every 3 to 4 days, and they should be hanging in.
They should be cucumbers hanging by the piles in there. They're not. The dill this year, my dill usually grows up and makes trees, and I harvest tons of seeds off of them and everything. This year, I'll be lucky if I even harvest anything. The carrots are seeding up real good. I don't know just yet. Depends on whether we get any more rain as to whether or not the seed heads are going to form up on them and completely mature. Don't know that yet. We'll be checking on it pretty soon. But just want to take y'all along this morning, give you a little bit of an update about what's going on here with the weather and how it's affecting the garden. Maybe in the comments below, leave what's happening in your area, because there's some things coming in this country. In California, there's some things fixing to happen. Center of the country, some things are fixing to happen. East Coast, some things are fixing to happen. And I'm kind of keeping an eye on how these anomalies are affecting the gardens all over the country. Thank you guys from Pecan Grove.